Hello, beloved. Welcome here again. So today I'm sharing with you a little seed of consciousness and a little gold nugget from the soul to alchemize your days, to help you in that process of transition to this new reality that we're transitioning to. So the message is very loud and clear from my higher self and the guides, and it is: get your ass out of survival mode. And basically, this is crucial and critical if you want to transition into the fifth dimension of the new reality. You cannot enter actually this state of consciousness if you are in survival mode, because if your reptilian brain is fully activated and overlapping and like breaking down all of your internal systems, your intuition won't work, the compass of your heart will be altered, and it'll be very difficult for you to dominate the fear state. And actually, fifth dimension and this new world that we're stepping into is all about trust, and it's about higher consciousness applied into matter, into your real life matters and into matter. So it is also directly related to abundance. You cannot actually open up to abundance from a survival mode state. So the matrix, the control matrix of the third dimension that we're finally being able to visualize and get out of is works and survives and is perpetuating itself through keeping you in survival mode. Because when you're in survival mode, you're like this little lab rat running around and saying, hey, I want to get out, I need to pay my bills, and I will die, and what will happen if I don't fulfill, my parents' expectations or societal expectations or whatever. I'm going to be criticized if I follow my heart or my soul, if I really dare to do this or that. And I'm going to tell you that all of that is bullshit in the real world. That doesn't work. In the new real world, where we are driven and protected and enveloped by the fifth dimension, we dwell in the fifth dimension from trust, and from purpose, and from expressing who you truly are. So if you're in survival mode and you are neglecting your essence, and you are selling your soul, being a prostitute of your soul for the system, and really putting yourself in situations, in jobs, relationships, environments that are smothering you, you will be really unable to fulfill your purpose in this planet, in this time right now. And I'll tell you something, if you're here, you're probably listening to this, you are connected to your soul's calling and to the new consciousness and the new grid of the planet that is being installed. So you probably came here and you have some consciousness that you want to fulfill your purpose and you want to be at service for the planet and for life, and you want to be fulfilled in your own self. So if you want to be at service in the planet, the best you can do is get your ass out of survival mode so that you can tap into your joy and follow your joy, your inner nectar, and you can actually savor your own essence. Because when you enter that state, you actually bring elegance to life. You connect to the beauty codes of life, and then you bring trust to everything that you do. So one of the signs that you are still connected to the third dimension and this world that is absolutely crumbling down and being destroyed is that you are in survival mode. Survival mode keeps you stressed, your cortisol levels are really high, your with this constant anguish and existential pain that you're not being yourself. And this requires, of course, courage, because in the new world, you can only enter through trust and courage, because it means that you are taking the quantum leap to trust the higher self that you have and learn to build your own reality and create your own reality from the inside out. And that starts from keeping your own more closer territory that you have at hand, which is your body. Your whole body and your whole being, you have to bring it out, take it out from survival mode. Because if your alarm, your limbic system alarm is running the show, you're going to be biting your nails, breathing improperly, taking the wrong decisions out of fear and anxiety, and not really taking the decisions that will actually fulfill you in the long term. And this is not an easy time to travel through, because many of the decisions and the plans that we are embarking upon or taking will actually crumble down, because everything is falling apart. So you need to learn to travel this transition from a place that is impermanent, that is immaculate, that is impeccable, and is within your own consciousness, and is within the mastery of your own consciousness. We are traveling through the 3 main years from 2020 to 2022 and 2023 that are the mastery of fear and uncertainty. We're actually learning to dominate our instincts so that we can dominate the animal within us and actually align it with the divine or angelic being within us, so that our human within us, the human that connects these two celestial and telluric or earthly planes, beings, can actually manifest in this new human that you are, in the new identity that you have. So if you want to tap into abundance, in this new state of abundance that is actually connected to Mother Earth and the Goddess. We have a God, the universe, the supreme consciousness, and we have the Goddess that rules the matter, the earthly plane, the resources. You have to tap into the calmness and nurturing that Mother Earth gives you, and find within yourself that place of calmness and trust that is actually the antidote to survival mode. So ask yourself, what can I do to take myself out of survival mode? What do I actually need? What are my emotional needs right now? And what decisions do I have to take to honor my well-being and honor my soul's calling? This will confront you to many fears and many voices in your head, which you are going to have to actually look very in the eye, look them in the eye with no filter and say, hey, I'm not willing to keep you any longer here. So I'm setting up a funeral for you guys, and rest in peace. I love you. I'm taking the best from you, and the rest, you can rest in peace so that I can be in peace and at peace of mind and heart and being. So I encourage you to bring yourself out of survival mode and ask yourself, what would my life look like? How would I feel if I weren't in the survival mode? What would actually be happening? What kind of choices would I be taking? And remember that you need a bridge to travel to that new reality, which is actually a timeline, one of your highest timelines. Your highest timelines are not the ones that you're living in survival mode. They're very limited. Your highest timelines are very expansive and will bring you immense opportunities to be who you are and serve in this moment in the planet. So I hope that you can listen to yourself, you can nurture yourself and do anything you need to do to take care of yourself and serve your inner surroundings and your outer surroundings. I love you. Blessings.